Alright, hello everyone. I'm just doing a quick mic check to make sure that you guys can hear me. Alright, my mic check is working. I'm going to go into Discord right now and just make sure that I can hear you guys.
Sorry.
Hey, open
hello guys,
open
can
your
you guys hear me
YouTube.
fine?
Michael
Yeah,
is
sorry,
talking,
sir.
okay?
Sorry, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Oh, hi.
Okay, you guys can hear me fine. Okay,
Yeah.
you guys are fine being in the speaking practice room. Hi. Okay, so hello everyone and welcome. Our mics are working, people are here, so many people in chat already. This is fantastic. If you guys are just now joining, there is a link in this video. Okay, there's a link in the description of this video that will take you right to our Discord channel. You just need to click that, create an account, and jump into the left-hand side. Join any of the speaking rooms. We can check your mic to make sure that it's working. Also, one last thing, please make sure that you guys are not watching in the past. Make sure you guys hit that live to make sure that it's good to go. Final thing is that when you guys are chatting with each other in Discord, I recommend that you mute the stream, just because there is a bit of a delay. We apologize for that. It makes me and Phil cry because of the fact that it gives us less watch time, but this whole Saturday speaking class is just for you guys to work on your speaking, so that's more important than our watch time. Yeah, we're good people. All right. One last thing before we jump into the actual speaking practice. We have the rules of Discord. Sorry it's taken us so long to put these together. This now that we have about like 60-70 people in the Discord, which is crazy, it's important that we all know what the rules are so that people don't break them. We're just going to go over them really fast. By the way, you guys have access to this document. We will be working from this document. We'll be doing pronunciation, and we'll be looking at the speaking part 1, part 2, and part 3 questions from here. Again, if you guys want to see that, it is again right here. It's the second link. If you click it, it will bring you right to today's document. Feel free to join. It's completely free. You don't even need an account to be here. All right. So, rules of Discord. Be nice. Basically, don't be a jerk. Don't give feedback unless asked for it. This is pretty important for making sure that we have a healthy, safe community. Some people don't take feedback well. Some people don't want feedback. Some people just want to chat. So only give feedback if your partner asks for it. Third is be patient. We have all types of speaking levels here. Some are lower level, some are higher level. So especially if you're talking with someone who is a lower level person, be patient. You were there once. And during our Saturday speaking classes, I will keep rotating you guys. So if you're with a partner who you don't really want to talk to right now, just wait 5 minutes and then I'll give you a new one. Don't worry too much. Don't go into speaking rooms that you shouldn't be in. So as you guys may see from the Discord channel, there are some that say female only, there are some that say male only. Some people are not comfortable talking with the opposite sex, so please make sure that you only go into the ones that you're allowed to. If you're a male, go into male only and mixed. If you're female, go into female only and mixed. But again, it's really important to respect your partners. All right. This is pretty obvious. Don't be a racist, don't be sexist, don't abuse, don't bully, don't use bad language, and finally keep it PG when you're talking in chat. We have people of all ages here, so if you would not hear it in a Disney movie, don't say it. All right, final thing down here, tips for making speaking partner friends. If you are going to say critiques, I recommend that before and after the critique you say a compliment. If you just critique people directly, people usually take that personally, and then they don't like you, and you lose a potential speaking partner friend. Second, don't ask controversial or personal questions. I know that this can be difficult because different cultures have different taboos. What may be okay to talk about in one culture isn't in another. So that's right down here. Be aware of cultural differences. Just as an example, I'm weird. I'm okay to talk about anything that you guys ask me. But a lot of Americans are not comfortable talking about religion, and they're not comfortable talking about money. So in China and Taiwan, it's fine to talk about how much money you make, how much you pay for rent. So make sure that you guys are careful not to talk about anything controversial or personal. If you're feeling uncomfortable, it's always okay just to leave. Okay? Don't talk too much. I know you guys love to talk, that's why you're here, but make sure you give your partner time to answer as well. And also make sure you ask the right questions. What I mean by this is ask questions that, if you're just chatting, ask questions that show that you're interested in them. Ask follow-up questions about what they talked about. Or if we're practicing specifically for IELTS, only ask IELTS questions. Just as an example, in part 1, if your partner doesn't say enough, the only thing the examiner will say is why, to get them to speak more. So if you're practicing part 1, don't ask extra questions. Don't treat it like part 3. Treat it like part 1. The only follow-up question you would really ask is why. Okay. So with that, one last thing before we jump into the fun stuff. Right here, how do you improve your fluency? Really just chat. You can do that anytime on our Discord. Our Discord is 24/7. So if you guys want, just jump on and say hi and find someone to chat with. Second, how do you improve your vocab and grammar? There are 4 steps that you guys need to follow. You don't need me or Phil there to work on a lot of them. First step is record yourself answering questions, like IELTS questions.
Welcome. So it is day 1 of our epic beginners program. This is going to be lower body. The timer is going to be on 45 seconds.
Sorry about that, guys. There's a ghost who lives in my house, and they like to turn on the TV randomly. That was an Irish accent of an exercise video that I was supposed to do today. Yeah, so second thing for your vocab and grammar, listen to your recording and then fix the mistakes you hear. Now, I do recommend that you focus on one mistake. For example, if you know that you hate past tense, try to fix your past tense mistakes. If you try to fix every single mistake, you're going to get discouraged, you're going to hate English, and there's going to be too many, and it will take you 20 minutes to an hour. I recommend that you focus on just one mistake that you know you make, go back, listen to your recording, and write down and fix your mistakes. Third is answer the same questions again, and focus on accuracy. So you're not coming up with new answers, you're answering the same questions and making sure that you don't make mistakes. And then fourth, because you have me and Phil, or if you have your own English tutor back at home, you should write down everything from the second recording and send that to your English teacher. English teacher. Okay, they can point out grammar mistakes you don't know you're making, and they can also give you higher level ways to say the same stuff. So if you do these 3 steps, your grammar and vocab will improve. If you do the 4 steps, you'll know how to improve everything. And this 4th step is kind of what we're going to be practicing today. When you guys are chatting, I will be secretly listening to what you guys are saying in the live stream, and I'm going to be writing down mistakes that I hear you make. And then I will give them to you so that you know what you need to work on. And I'll tell you, you need to practice past tense, present perfect, that kind of thing. That's on Saturdays with me, but you can do this anytime. And I promise you, if you do this 3 times a week, after a month, you will see improvements in your grammar and vocab because you are going to start hearing your mistakes. Right now, a lot of mistakes that you're making because you don't hear them. So once you notice your mistakes, then you can fix them. Finally, the 6 steps to improve your pronunciation. We've talked about this many times, so I'll just write it out here. First, watch a TV show. And then second, watch it again. Third is choose an interesting sentence and write it down. Fourth is to turn subtitles, back on, and fix it. And again, this is really similar, 3 and 4 are similar to what you're doing up here, where you're trying to find the mistakes that you often make that you don't know you're making. And then finally, 5 and 6. 5th is mark the stress, which you guys know about. And 6th is listen and say. All right, let me see how many people are in Discord right now. We've got 4 people in the chat room. So because of that, I will have time to work with all 4 of you with your pronunciation, which is what we're going to do right here. It is time to get started with this. We have here in the pronunciation area 3 sentences, 1 kind of tricky and 2 easy ones. So right now, I'm going to ask you guys both in Discord, specifically in the general chat room. Yeah, in the general chat room. So I'll say hi here. Or in the YouTube chat, live chat. That's also okay. I want you guys to tell me which of these, we'll start with this one. Which words are stressed? So right now we're practicing step 5 and 6 here. Listen and say and mark the stress. So, what would you like? What would you like? Can you guys tell me, what are the stressed words here? Yep, like is definitely stressed. Excellent job, Van Tran. What? Yep, question words are usually stressed. And yeah, that's it. Let me pop up Discord as well to make sure I can see if anyone's chatting there. Okay. So, what would you like? Let's practice saying this really fast. So please listen and say with me. What would you like? What would you like? What would you like? I hope you guys notice that would and you are very small. They're unstressed. And it's easy to miss you or would if you didn't know that they were there. So let's do the same thing right down here. Have you made a reservation? Have you made a reservation? Which are the stressed words? Can you guys beat Van Tran? Van Tran's really good at this. Let's see who will be the first to find the stress in this easy sentence. Okay. Made? Yes. And reservation. Okay. And Raghav says have. Have you made a reservation? Have you made a reservation? Have you? Have you? Question words are usually stressed. I'm going to put it in orange because honestly, off the top of my head, let me check with an expert. Have you made a reservation? Is have stressed? Have you made a reservation? No. Okay, I just checked with an expert and she says have is not stressed. I'm so sorry. But Raghav, thank you for putting this out there. So, have you made a reservation? Let's do some listen and say. Have you made a reservation? Have you made a reservation? Have you made a reservation? Okay. And these were the 2 easy ones. I put them up here because these are really common phrases that you would probably hear in a restaurant. And, you know, we're talking about food. I thought it would make sense. So up here, I actually chose this. I was inspired to use this sentence because I had a student who I taught for a long time. And he went to America. And when he came back, he was really angry with me. And he said, Teacher Michael, I went to a McDonald's. I tried to order a chicken sandwich, and they just couldn't understand me. So, yeah, pronunciation is important, especially when you go abroad, because here, a lot of the foreigners, wherever you're living, if you run into a foreigner in your home country, a lot of the time they're an English teacher, or at least they're used to your accent, so they're able to hear you and understand you quite clearly. because they're used to the accent. When you go abroad, a common problem you may run into, and I know it's really frustrating. It's the same with me with Chinese. You're saying it, and you know that you're saying it correctly, but the native speakers who live in their home countries, in America, in the UK, they're not used to these accents, and so they just can't understand you, which is why it's important that we are practicing this today. So let's find what are these stressed words here. Can you guys tell me? I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple pie on the side. What are these stressed words? I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple pie on the side. Can you guys help me out? What are the stressed words? Can you beat Van Tran? Ooh, Raghav, you're trying your best. Maybe Van Tran just has a slightly faster internet connection. Okay, first one with fries. Nice. So, yep, you guys nailed it. Spicy chicken sandwich. All of those are stressed. I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich. Small fries. Is small stressed? Small fries, small fries, small fries. Small has a meaning. I think it is stressed, actually. What else, guys? Drink. Yep, for sure. Yeah. Apple pie. Nice. And by the way, I'm using blue and green just to, they're both equally stressed. I just wanted to show when they're next to each other which ones are and aren't. Okay. So, yes, you guys nailed it. Awesome job, Raghav and Van Tran. You guys are my favorite students right now. If you guys are lurking, don't worry. You guys are great too. So let's practice one. Let's practice this one. I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple pie on the side. Okay, I know that this was probably a little bit hard for you guys, so let's back channel a bit. We're going to do section by section and then work our way up to the whole thing. If there's ever a time when you're practicing a long sentence and you're having trouble going forward to backward, back channeling, when you go from back to front, usually makes it a lot easier. So let's give it a try. On the side. On the side. With an apple pie on the side. With an apple pie on the side. And a drink with an apple pie on the side. And a drink with an apple pie on the side. Small fries and a drink with an apple pie on the side. Small fries and a drink with an apple pie on the side. A spicy chicken sandwich. A spicy chicken sandwich. A spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with the apple pie on the side. I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple pie on the side. I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple pie on the side. All right, one last time, just to help you guys out if you're struggling. I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple pie on the side. Yes, this is how quickly we normally speak. Whoa, it's so terrible, so sad. English, why are you so tough? And I see Bai is here. Hi. I like the chunk of the first sentence. Awesome. And Uzal says sauce. There is no sauce here. Uzal, what are you talking about? Yeah. Okay. You know something a little bit strange? This is like a cultural point that you guys might find interesting. In America, when you order French fries, you always get ketchup. They just give it to you. You get French fries and ketchup. Here in Taiwan, and it was the same way in China, when you order French fries, you have to ask for the ketchup, or they'll ask you if you want it on the side. So strange. My girlfriend loves it because she hates ketchup, but it's just a little cultural difference. All right, guys. So it is time to see how you guys go. And I'm going to say one last thing before we start listening and I give some error correction to people is if you guys want to choose one sentence, that's perfectly fine. If you guys want to do your own sentence, so for example, if you were doing these 6 steps to improve your pronunciation at home, which I taught you guys about before, if you want to say the sentence from your TV show instead of the sentence from here, that's perfectly fine. But again, this is only if you did this homework. All right, guys. So let's jump into Discord now. Let's say hi. I'm going to bring in some people one by one to do this with me. I'm going to bring, I don't see Van Tran here, so I'm going to bring Raghav first since he was super awesome and going from the top. Let me move you into my secret channel. Hello, Raghav, are you there? Oh, Van Tran is under Maria. I got it. Sorry, Maria, if you're there, say hello. All right, is everyone muted? Sorry, let me unmute you guys. Now you guys should be able to talk in my secret room. Okay, so Raghav, we'll start with you. Can you say hello?
Yes, sir. Hello. Yeah. Hello.
Okay, Raghav, I hear you loud and clear. Choose one
Yes.
sentence and please say it for me.
The first one I will speak for. I will speak first. I will one.
Okay.
Can I start, sir?
Of course.
I will have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple pie on the side.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. You enunciated, you said every vowel sound perfectly. Can you just say it a little bit faster for me?
Okay, sir. I will have a spicy chicken sandwich and fries and a drink with an apple pie on the side.
That is so interesting, Raghav. When you were enunciating each word, the first time you said it, it was actually, you really did not have much of an accent. I couldn't hear your accent the first time you said it. But when you said it faster, I definitely heard your accent more. So whatever you were doing to work on your accent correction, it is working. The next step, after you're more comfortable enunciating each sound, just like you did the first time, after that, your next step is going to be to practice saying it with the same pronunciation, just a little bit faster. Okay. Raghav, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. All right, Van Tran or Maria, can you go next,
Hi.
please?
Okay. I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple pie on the side.
Okay. Not bad. Similar to Raghav's problem, though, you were saying it a little bit too slowly. Can you say in chunks and then do the same thing?
I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple on the side.
Okay. That was almost perfect. The thing is, you forgot a word. Do you know what word you dropped?
No?
You dropped pie.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead one last time.
Yeah. I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple pie on the side.
Okay. Not bad. Really good, actually. A few small things, but you nailed it. Okay. Next up is Mari.
Thank you.
Marry. Hello. Let me unmute you. Sorry. You are unmuted. So, Mari, if you're there, please say hello, and then you can choose which sentence you want to try.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
Hi, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead and say the sentence.
Yeah, I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple pie on the side.
Okay, interesting. Sorry, can you say it one more time for me?
Yeah, I'll have a spicy chicken sandwich, small fries, and a drink with an apple pie on the side.
Okay. Your rhythm was fine. The first time you had a little bit of trouble with your rhythm at the last chunk on the side. On the side. But your
On the
problem... Yeah, go ahead. On the side.
side.
On the side.
On the side.
Say on smaller, the smaller, and side bigger. So, on
Yeah.
the side.
On the side.
Better. Okay. But that was a minor thing. The bigger problem was this. You were saying spicy. Your middle the vowel sound was a little bit off. So spicy.
Spicy.
Better. Spicy chicken sandwich.
Spicy chicken sandwich.
Spicy chicken sandwich.
Spicy chicken sandwich.
You're having a little bit of trouble with them right after each other. I think it's the I sound. Chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich.
Chicken.
Chicken.
Okay, when you say it by itself, it's fine. When you add another word, you fall into the problem again. All right. So just to help you out, I will say these words 4 times, and then after the live stream, you can go back and listen again, and then just work on these sounds. Okay. So a spicy chicken sandwich.
A spicy chicken sandwich.
A spicy chicken sandwich. A spicy chicken sandwich. A spicy chicken sandwich. A spiky. Sorry, I'm saying spiky. Don't practice that. A spicy chicken sandwich. A spicy chicken sandwich. A spicy chicken sandwich.
Yeah, a spicy chicken sandwich. A spicy chicken sandwich. A spicy chicken sandwich. A spicy chicken sandwich.
Okay.
A spicy chicken sandwich.
So what I want you to do is after the live stream, go back and then listen to when I said it and when you said it and try to work on that vowel sound. But not bad.
Yes.
Okay. Next is ABCI. But now call me Hadlag. I'm sorry, ABCI. I can't pronounce your name. Let me unmute you. Okay. ABCI, do you want to say one of these sentences or one from your homework?
I want to say my own.
Okay, go ahead. Give it your best shot.
Okay. So it's a question. Can she shed her old identity as the paralyzed Indian girl whose dad dropped dead at a school function? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you fine. It was really good, actually. Can you say it one more time for me?
Okay. Can she shed... Sorry. Can she shed her old identity as the paralyzed Indian girl whose dad dropped dead at a school function?
Oh, man. I'm so sorry for the girl in your TV show. Yeah, there was... The way that you pronounced girl was a little bit off. But your rhythm was fine. And I can tell that you've been practicing this, which is excellent. That's what you should be doing. There were just 2 parts where it sounded a little bit strange, but off the top of my head, I can't exactly help you. Girl was one of them, when you said Indian girl. But it was a minor thing. Okay. Good job, ABCI. Thanks for bringing that over. And good job practicing it at home. It clearly shows.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So with that being done, let's see, there are 4 of you. So the way that this next section is going to work, if any of you guys, so there's Raghav and then 3 girls. If any of you 3 girls only want a partner who is female, that's perfectly fine. Raghav, if you only want a male partner, I'm sorry, I can't help you out there. But if any of you guys would prefer to only have a female partner, just send me a private message on Discord, and I'll make sure that you are in the right group. Otherwise, if you don't mind having a male partner, it makes this a little bit easier for me. But whatever you think is comfortable works. Okay, so we're going to go to the speaking questions. Just like I told you guys before, I'm going to be mixing you guys up. So you're only going to have your partner for about 5 minutes, and then you will switch partners, and then you'll switch partners again. So you will probably talk to each person only twice, because I will be switching you guys and switching you guys and switching you guys. I will not be talking so much. I will be listening to you guys and writing down any problems that I hear. So let's get started on the actual speaking. As you guys can see on the live stream, that I linked the document in this document to the one where we did vocabulary, just in case you guys want to go back and review the high-level sentences and sentence frames I gave you. But it's time to actually get into this. We have so many different questions to choose from for part 1. So I want you guys just to go back and forth. So one person asks one question. If they didn't say enough, make sure you say why. And then move on to the next one with the other person answering the next one. I'm going to give you guys about 4 to 5 minutes with your partner, so try to do 2 minutes each, or you guys are going back and forth, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to give you guys about 5 minutes to listen and answer your questions with each other, and then you guys will switch partners and do the same thing. Then we'll do the same thing with part 3, where you will have a partner talk back and forth, have another partner talk back and forth, and then finally at the end of this class, we will do some part 2 stuff, where you guys will be working on your own, but I will be listening to you guys and giving you feedback after you try your best at part 2. So let's jump into this. And by the way, I see that there are 9 people watching. Hello, everyone. If anyone else wants to join Discord at any time, it's completely free, easy to jump in. Just click the link in the description right here, and I can help you set up. All right, guys, good luck with your partners. Let me start having you guys go into your groups. And again, remember, you will only have your partner for a few minutes before you switch. So, Raghav, I'll move you first. Oh, sorry, I need to do this from my own account. 1 second. Okay. And again, remember guys, I will be switching this in about 5 minutes, so do your best. And remember, if any of you guys would prefer only to have female only, I totally understand. Just let me know in a private message. Okay, so if you guys are watching the live stream now, thank you so much for watching. What's going to happen now is I am going to be listening to these guys talking to each other. And while they are doing that, I will be making notes about what they are saying. I'm also going to set a little timer to make sure that we do not spend too much time in one section and that everyone has a new partner every once in a while. I know how annoying it can be just for people in general to have to always have the same partner over and over again. Okay, the timer is set. We are good to go. It is time to go and secretly listen to them. Hello, ABCI.
Hi, am I?
You're alone. I thought I gave you, didn't I give you, where did they go? Okay. So I think Mary disappeared.
Yeah.
Maybe she will come back. I will ask you some questions and then I'll move people around. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, Mary's there.
Oh, Mary's back?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm going to try to move her to us.
Hi.
Hi, Mary. I don't know what's up with Mary. So while those 3 of them are chatting, I guess I will just give you some questions. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
I am.
Awesome. Let's jump into it. So what's your favorite food?
I am actually a foodie, so I cannot pick a specific dish that I like right now, but I would say something sweet and is convenient to eat, like some uh, packaged uh, sweet cakes. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. You know what? We're gonna do this a little bit differently now that I see that Mary just wants to hang out in the other room. So give me 1 second to explain to them what's gonna go on, and then I'll be right back and continue with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Đây,
Hey, sorry guys,
tôi
sorry to
have-
interrupt. I just want to explain how things are going to be changed a little bit differently. I'm going to take you guys one by one for some one-on-one time with me. We're going to start with ABCI, and then I'll switch out for the next person and the next person. So if you three would please continue to answer part 1 questions, that would be perfect. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Definitely.
great. So each of you will have some one-on-one time answering my questions. Good luck, guys.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, ABCI, I'm back.
Hey.
So your answer was quite good. There's 2 things that I'm gonna want to point out. When you go back, you can listen to your own answer, of course. Yay, live streams. There's one thing where it would have been better for you to use this phrase. It's hard for me to choose just one. It's hard for me to choose just one. This is closer to what you wanted to say than what you did say. The second thing, when you said it's convenient to me, the connections between this sentence and then what you were saying is a little bit weird. I would recommend you change it to it would have to be something convenient, because you're listing properties of your favorite food because you can't choose just one. So this connects better to your idea than this does. I'm not sure if you're looking at the notes I'm writing or the live stream, but
Yeah,
yes.
I am.
Okay, are you ready for the next question?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, do you like your country's cuisine?
Can you repeat, sir?
Okay. Do you like your country's cuisine?
Yes, I do. I like it. I adore it really much because it really fits my taste.
Sorry, can you say again? Because
It really fits my taste in food.
it fits my taste in food. Okay. I really liked how you directly answered the question. You started off great. This is a small grammar vocab thing. I adore it really much. Adore is one of those words where it means the most. I love it the most. And so you can't really use a modifier like really much with adore. You adore it or you don't adore it. You can't really adore it. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. And then the second thing is, it fits my taste in food. Let me think about how I would say that. It fits my taste in food. It fits my taste in food. It fits me. I love it. It fits me. I know what you're trying to say, but I don't know how to say it in English. Sorry, ABCI. Yeah. Okay. ABCI, it's been 5 minutes. I'm going to throw you in with the rest of them. And then
It's
don't
fine
worry, we
already.
will have 2 or 3 more times of just me and you time. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye. Great job.
Bye.
Hello, Raghav.
Yeah, yes, sir. Hello, sir.
I've stolen
afternoon.
you.
Yes, sir. Never mind.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to have about 5 minutes of one-on-one time. And I'm just
Okay.
going to be asking you some part 1 questions. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And of course, I will be giving you feedback as needed.
Okay, sir. Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
So,
Okay, sir.
how often do you eat cuisine from other countries?
Basically, once or twice in a week, I eat cuisines from different countries, as my country is adjoining to it's adjoining to Tibet and China. So there are different kind of menus available from these countries.
Okay.
So I enjoy them. So just last week I enjoyed momos that are a traditional dish of Tibet.
Okay. Nice, good,
Yeah.
solid answer. Yeah. Okay. One thing that I want you to try to do, you remember when we were doing the pronunciation practice and you were really working on enunciating your answer?
Yeah.
I want you to try to use that when you're doing these answers as well. I know that it will be
Okay.
pretty tough because it's something you were
Yes, sir.
working primarily on with pronunciation, but whatever you were doing before, it was working. So keep it up. Like I said, the content of your answer was on point, perfect. Are you ready for the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you cook often?
Not just once or twice in a month. Nowadays, I cook because after lockdown, I am back home. So mom is there, always there for cooking, and so that's it. I only cook once or twice in a month.
Okay. Again, the content of your answer, grammar and vocab was fine. I think it's in large part because I'm not used to your accent, but when you were giving the reasons, it was a little hard for me to catch what you were saying. So can you just tell me the reasons why you don't cook that often again? You don't need to change your
Because,
words or your answers. I just want you to say it again for me.
Okay, the reason why I don't nowadays often cook is because mom nowadays she's retired and she's at home nowadays. So I have there is no use for me to cook. That is one of the reason nowadays I don't cook.
Okay, you're so lucky.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, on the real test, they would never comment on your answers, but I personally, I find you very lucky. Okay. Two grammar things that I actually caught in your answers. Nowadays, often cook. This is, the grammar is off here.
Okay, sir.
I would say you need to rearrange this. The reason why I don't cook very often.
Okay.
Yes, nowadays. Very often nowadays. And then there's no use for me to cook. That's not quite right. We would say there's no reason for me to cook.
Reason for me. Okay.
Yes. The way that we would say there's no use, I gave up trying to
Again.
learn to cook. There was just no use. It was just no use. There was just no use? Yeah. There was just no use. We use it as a set phrase, usually at the end to comment about something that you said before. So there's no reason is a better collocation here. Okay. One last question for you. Are you ready?
Oh, yes, sir.
When was the last time you cooked?
Honestly speaking, yesterday I cooked fast food yesterday only. I cooked a vegetable Maggi on my own because I was hungry at that time. So in the evening, and that was a small dish I could prepare in least time.
Okay. Again, as usual, the content of your answer was quite good. Small vocab thing. I might have misheard you, but did you say, honestly speaking, I cooked
Yes, sir.
the fast food? Did you say fast
Yes,
food,
sir.
or did I mishear you?
Yes, sir. Fast food. Fast
Oh, you
food,
said the name of the dish, right?
Yes, sir. Name of the dish.
Okay. Can you say the name of the dish again?
It was a vegetable Maggi. Kind of a
Vegetable medley.
Noodles. Yeah. Noodles, vegetable noodles.
Medley. Okay. Nice. All right, Raghav, that has been 5 minutes, so I'm going to throw you back into the other group. And
Thanks.
don't worry, we will do this 2 or 3 more times before the end of the class.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem. All right. Hello,
I
I've
have
stolen you.
passion for food. So,
Hi.
if there are some new or trend food, I always wanted to try.
Hello, Mary. Can you hear me? This is Michael. Hi. Hello, Van Tran. Van Tran, are you there? Van Tran, did you die? Hello, guys. Are you guys there?
Yes.
Okay. Mari, I'm gonna take you to the other room for some one-on-one time with me. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. So please don't leave.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Hello. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Awesome. So you're gonna get some one-on-one time with me where I will ask you some questions. You got it?
Yes. Okay. Please. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Here's your first question. Do you cook often?
Yes, absolutely. I have a big passion for cooking. And because I'm a girl, so I wanna practice cooking for practice cooking more. And I cook every single day for my family.
Oh. Okay. Why?
Yeah. Because I wanna have my mom for cooking. I see that she work hard every day, so she don't have enough time to cook for family.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Here's your next question.
Yeah.
And actually, sorry. Let's go over your answers so far. I have a big passion for cooking. That's not wrong, but there's a better way you can say that. Okay. I recommend you use passion as a verb. So, I'm quite passionate about cooking.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm a girl, so I want to practice cooking more. The connections between ideas here is a little bit weird for me. Why does being a girl make you want to practice cooking more? I know this is a little bit of a difficult question. Do you understand it?
Yeah. Can you repeat?
Okay. So you said I'm a girl, so I want to practice cooking more.
Yeah.
There's a missing connection. Why does being a girl make you want to practice more?
Actually, partly I wanna improve my cooking skill, and you know I see that my friend, uh, especially girls, they have a good skill as cooking. So I wanna catch up with my friend.
See, that's a good connection. So saying most of my friends
Yeah. Yeah.
already cook well, and I want to catch up with them.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I want to practice cooking more. Yes. This is
Yes.
something that's a little bit difficult for people learning English because in English, we're very direct, and you need to say the connection. If you don't say the connection, there is no connection. So that was the problem here. You were missing something in between I'm a girl and I want to practice cooking more. Okay. And the final thing is I'm giving you a little bit of higher level vocab to use. I want to make things easier for my mom.
Yes.
I want to make things easier for my mom. This is when you were explaining why you want to cook often. This is the way that you should say it.
Yes, thank you.
No problem. Okay, let me give you one more question. Are there any foods that you dislike?
Dislike?
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. I consider myself a foodie, so however, I dislike spicy food because it have it's really harmful for my body, for my health. If I eat so much spicy food, I will have many problems for my digestion.
Okay. All right. What you just did here, Mari, is your second half of your answer was perfectly fine. All your reasons for why you don't like these foods was perfect. But your beginning when you said, actually I'm a foodie, this was not a good connection. If you wanted to say, actually I'm a foodie, you would have to have a connection to foodie. So actually I'm a foodie, so there are a lot of foods that I don't like. I only like good food. So again, this is what you said. Your answer was fine. I would recommend you just delete I'm a foodie, because I'm a foodie didn't connect to what you were saying. Yes.
No, thank you
If you
for
wanted
yours.
to say I'm a foodie, you would have to say this to connect it. Okay. And also you did a really good job with the self-correction. You said healthy when you should have said health, and you fixed it by yourself. So you did a great job there.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I'm going to throw you back into the other room. All right. And don't worry, we'll have more one-on-one time.
Yes. And see you next time.
All right. See you in a little bit.
Yeah.
Hi, Van Tran. Are you alive this time?
Oh, okay.
You're alive. I was worried last time.
Yeah, because I am enter this room and I didn't hear you talking. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm talking now.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Have you ever cooked traditional cuisine from your country?
Well, actually, I have never tried to cook a traditional food of my country because those are really complicated and like hard to cook well. Well, actually, I've been learned to cook it, but I have never dared to try because I'm afraid I will make a really big mistake of it.
Okay. Why?
Huh?
Why are you afraid you would make a really big mistake?
Well, I mentioned it before because those food are really complicated and hard to make.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. Do you follow a healthy diet?
Well, actually, I'm trying to go on a healthy diet now, cause like there are many health disease related to poisonous food that happens every day in the world. So that I consider myself that I have to like I have to calculate the calories or like testing food before eating. I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah.
All right. Your answer was fine. I'm just pointing out one thing here. You
Yeah.
missed a good opportunity to show your grammar muscles. Like your answer was fine, but you could have showed off your grammar with present perfect, with these two sentences. I've just started to try to eat healthier recently.
Okay.
Yes. Or you could say, I've just started dieting recently.
Dieting.
Yes, dieting is the verb form of diet.
Dieting.
Yes, and using this would have showed your grammar muscles with present perfect because of recently.
Yeah.
And then if you use the second one, dieting would have helped you with your vocab.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one more question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Part 1 or part 2?
This is still
Part
part
one.
1. We'll move to part 3
Ah.
after this, and then part 2 will be at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. What is your main meal of the day?
Well, actually, I think dinner is my primary meal in the whole day, because when it comes to dinner, I I can be hungry enough to eat a horse, and I just feel hungry when it comes to dinner, because like after a hard working day, yeah. So evening is the best time to enjoy a meal. Yeah, that would be
Okay.
relaxed.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to give everyone a chance to ask me some of these questions. You may want me to answer that one for you. Okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, nice. All right, we're going to go back into the big group. I'm going to give you guys a chance to ask me some questions, and then we will move on to part 3. Okay, let's go into the other room. Okay, hello everybody.
Hello. Yes, sir. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Before we move on to part 3, so that's the next thing that we're going to be doing. We're going to go to part 3. And before we do that, are there any part 1 questions that you want me to answer to give you a higher level answer for them?
Yeah.
Okay,
like
sure.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Ask you.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Sir,
ask
but it
me
contains-
whichever one.
Go first.
Have you? Okay. Hallie, you go first.
Okay. So, how often do you eat cuisine from other countries?
Okay, I'll give you 2 answers. One is real, and the other would be pretend. Okay. The first one. Considering I live in Taipei, which is the capital of Taiwan and is very multicultural, I eat food from other countries almost every single day. For example, I often go and eat at a Mexican restaurant down the street, or I order Japanese udon noodles or Japanese sushi to come to my house with Uber Eats. And, because I'm in Taiwan, I would consider American food to be food from other countries. And I eat American food pretty often. I eat a lot of hamburgers and bagels. Okay.
Yeah.
So this
Yes, sir.
question gives you a chance to really show your vocab with food. You can say a lot of different foods that you know that you eat and help bump that score up. To give you another answer, okay? Can you ask me the same question one more time?
Have you ever? Do you often try traditional cuisine from other countries?
I really don't. I'm a pretty picky eater. I really only want to eat food that I know and I'm comfortable with. So I really don't eat food from other countries that often.
Okay.
No.
All
Can I
right.
ask?
And
The one, can I?
the second is pretend, right?
I already answered pretend. I'm not a picky eater.
Okay.
I eat everything.
Okay.
Okay, Raghav, do you want to go next?
Yes,
And
sir.
then we'll go back to
Yes, sir.
the third person.
So are there any traditional meals that you would recommend? Why?
Okay. By the way, this is just a small thing for all of you guys. On the real tests, they won't put two questions together. They'll ask you the first one, then they'll wait for your answer, and then they'll say why. So just if you guys are practicing to make sure it's authentic, one question, wait for the answer, and then why afterwards. Okay. So, sorry, Raghav, I've forgotten the question. Can you say it one more time?
Are there any traditional meals that you would recommend?
You know, traditional American meals, most people already are familiar with them. Like we have hot dogs and hamburgers that people consider American. A lot of our food comes from other countries. So one thing that I'd recommend is beef stroganoff. This is actually a German meal that we've adopted in America. And what it is it's you have a bed of pasta. Usually it's a flat noodle. And then on top of that, you put the stroganoff sauce. And I don't know exactly what's in it. It's a meat sauce. And I think it's hamburger meat. And it's gray. I can't tell you what's inside. It's really delicious though. If you're in America and you see beef stroganoff on a menu, I highly recommend you get it.
Okay.
Okay. And I hope you guys, there were some high-level words there, a bed of pasta, just to give you guys a higher-level way to describe pasta and noodles. And then I hope you guys go back later after the live stream and see how I structured my answer and maybe steal some sentence frames for describing ingredients or how a dish is made or prepared. Okay. Raghav, that was a
Yes.
great question.
Yes, sir. So it was from Cambridge.
Oh.
Cambridge books. Yes. My brother-in-law gifted me. He just shared with me this book when he
Okay.
booked for IDP exam.
Don't tell me those things. Just
Okay.
okay. And finally, third person. Someone else had one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, give it to me.
Yeah. When was the last time you cooked?
Oh, geez, that's a really tough question for me because it's been a very long time. Okay, I think the last time I cooked was maybe a year ago. Yes, I think it was about a year ago. I always tell my friends how I'm a terrible cook, and they always say, Michael, I'm going to teach you how to cook. And it always ends terribly. So the last time I cooked was a year ago, and a friend of mine taught me how to cook pretzels. And it was really cool. You rolled the dough, and you twisted it, and you put it in a pretzel shape, and then you put it in the oven. And he taught me how to make the dough and everything. But because I only made it one time, I completely forgot how to do it. So I couldn't do it again. But about a year ago was the last time I cooked. Yeah.
Yeah. So every day you buy food to eat, not cook by yourself?
That's exactly right. And part of it is because here in Taiwan, food is really cheap. At least, and it gets even cheaper in other cities. But yeah, it's really cheap to get food here. It was even cheaper in the countryside in China. When I lived in Guilin, in Guangxi province, I could buy a big roll of rice with 4 dishes on top for 50 cents US. It was so cheap. Oh, yeah. So I don't know how to cook,
50 cents.
and it's not a good thing, but I don't need to cook here. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Great personal question. Thank you. Okay. All right, guys. If there aren't any more, again, remember, you guys can always go back and listen to my answers again to try to steal things. You should try to steal as much as you can. it is time for you guys to try part 3. Remember, we're going to do part 3 next, and then part 2 after that. Also on this document, I hope you guys see, if you have the live stream up in the background, I have your name and then some notes about what you did here for you guys to go back later at any time. But let's go to part 3. We're going to go in the same order as before, so I'm going to start with ABCI, and then after that I'll go through the rest of you. So please do your best answering these questions, and don't forget that when you practice part 3, you should not only practice the first question, you should also ask a follow-up question. So just a reminder, if it says, at what age do most people learn to cook? Maybe a follow-up question could be, is this a good thing? Should they be starting to learn earlier? Later? Okay. Or is this the same in other countries? Do you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't only ask the first question and then do the next one. Ask the first question and then think up of a follow-up question. Okay? Yeah? I know it's tough,
Yeah.
but I believe in you guys. Do your best, and I will be taking you guys one by one. Have fun, guys. Hello, ABCI.
Hi.
Hi. Before we get started, I have a question for you. Your Discord changed to ABCI, but now call me Hadley.
Hadley.
Sorry, say that again.
Hadley.
Hadley.
Yeah.
Okay.
I picked one.
Okay. I will call you Hadleen from now on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. Good luck.
So,
Here we go. Okay. Let me give you some tough ones. At what age do most people learn to cook?
oh, this is a tough one. I think I need some time to think about it because I never thought about this before.
Okay.
So I think the most suitable age for a child to learn how to cook is when they reach about 10, something like that. Because I think teenage is the perfect time for you to start learning things that are usually be done for you by adults, because by doing that, these teenagers can definitely be more used to the works that are necessary for them, essential for them, if they are thrown out in a difficult situation, like in the forest, without an adult, and they need to survive on their own.
Okay. And do most people learn how to cook at this age in your country?
I think they, in my country, the parents do teach those children to cook, and they reach this group of age, because I think it's a popular belief for Vietnamese parents that they need to learn how to cook, and also some of other household chores to be better prepared for their later life, the future life. Right?
Okay. All right. Just to go over your answer a little bit, one thing that you had a problem with here is that the way that you answered the question didn't actually directly answer the question. The question was, at what age do most people learn to cook? So this is present simple. So what they want to know is what is true. What's the age when people start to do this? Your answer, when you said, I think the most suitable age to learn the skill is, when you said the most suitable age, this is more what you think it should be.
Oh.
Do you see the difference there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the best way to fix it would be just directly say, I think most people in my country learn to cook when they're teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
Just use present simple to answer it directly. Now, the things you still gave a good answer that connected to all your sentences connected to each other, and your answer was quite good, except for that one thing of not directly answering this question. Now, what I did was my follow-up question kind of veered you back on track when I said, in your country, is this the age? And, that's something that you might see. Okay. Second thing that I want to point out, this group of age should be age group.
Yeah.
And finally, I'm giving you some high-level vocab here, which I actually thought it was very funny with your answer. They need to learn to fend for themselves. Do you know what that means?
Fend for themselves? No, I don't.
It means that they need to learn how to take care of themselves.
Okay.
And I'm not going to lie, I was laughing to myself a little bit when you were talking about how if these teenagers go into the forest and don't have an adult, they need to learn how to cook. Is that true in your country?
No, I just made up that.
I mean, in my head, it was just this image of these teenagers. Like, there's lots of TV shows and movies like this. Oh, no, I'm lost in the woods. Like, my mom taught me how to cook, but she didn't teach me how to find food in the forest. So make sure that your answers are on point with what you want to say there. Okay.
So is that off topic?
It's not off topic. It's a relevant example. It's just a little bit silly.
Okay.
Okay. Let me ask you another question. I'll give you a little bit more time here. Okay, because I didn't give you the full 5 minutes last time. So I'll ask one more question here. How do you think the way we eat will change in the future?
So I think that like the way that people would just enjoy food in the future, it would be ordering food from restaurants. I think that's the dominant way of enjoying food in the future, because even right now it's already a common thing. It's just not so popular that every household do. But in the future, I think that with the busy life and people seem to be in a hustle, really, most of adults. So if they want to eat on time or not eat, even not on time, they will just order some easy to prepare food from restaurants, so that they do not have to cook, and they can still tackle all the problems that their heads are buried in. Yeah.
Okay. You were very dangerous. You almost made a really common mistake, but then you fixed it. The question was, how will it be in the future? And then you started to talk about the present, but then you did connect it to the future, and so it was okay. It's just something to be careful of not doing. Make sure you always connect it. You didn't have a problem because you did connect it, but it's something to be careful of. Yeah, your answer was fine. Let me just give you a higher level way to say that. We are currently seeing a trend where more and more people are ordering their food online, and I think this trend will continue in the future. Okay, so this is the exact same thing that you said, just a little bit smoother. But yeah, your answer was perfectly fine.
Yay.
There were a few small grammar mistakes that I wrote down here that most households do, that every household do. When you said that, it was not quite right. You needed to add something to the end. Unfortunately, it's so far away now that I can't remember how to fix it. Most of adults should be most adults, and then I think that is the dominant way of ordering food. The dominant way of ordering food. This sounds a little bit strange to me. I don't think it's outright wrong, but it's a little odd to say. Okay, ABCI, those were some great answers. Great job.
Yay.
Okay. Do you have any questions before I send you back?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm
thank
going
you.
to kick you back to the other group then.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, Armin, 12. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, hi, welcome. So I'm going to ask you some questions, and then after that, I'll kick you into the other group, and then you can practice chatting with them, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Armin, let's give it a shot. Okay. What is the most important meal of the day in your country?
What is the?
So, did you not hear it, or do you not understand it?
I could not hear.
Okay.
What is the most important meal in my country?
Yes.
Well, breakfast is often called the important meal of the day, and for good reason. And in the starting of the day, we boost our energy level and goodness and thinking power of our mind, while also providing other proteins and nutrients for our good health. So in my country, breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
Okay, not bad. There were a few little grammar things. So when you said called the main important meal of the day, you need to choose one. Called the important meal or called the most important meal. But then when you said for a good reason, this was really good. This was really high level. Also, the details that you were giving were mostly okay, and they all connected to each other pretty well. Two things that I want to tell you. Number one, if you don't hear the examiner, it's perfectly okay to ask a question, but you need to ask a specific question. If you don't hear them clearly, you should say, "Can you say that again?" And they will say it again because you didn't hear them. If you didn't understand a word, make sure you say, "What does that word mean?" And then finally, if you couldn't understand anything, then you can say, "Can you rephrase the question?" And then when they rephrase the question, they will say the same question but with easier words. Okay. So don't be afraid to ask a question if you didn't hear clearly. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on to the next question. How have eating habits changed in the past few decades?
In past few decades, there was old techniques, and there was many other reasons that the modern techniques take place to the in food. And so in today's modern era, there are many modern and new latest restaurants which provide us good food. And at at in last few years uh, there was revolutionary in the food, and in there was very difference when there was so much different between past food and today's modern life food. People in future they will change more and more techniques, and they will do eat food, good food, yes, and natural food.
Okay, Arman. A few things. First of all, be careful. Make sure that you are staying on topic here. When it said in the past, how have eating habits changed? This means in the past to now. So you did a good job for most of your answer, talking about the past and the present. But then at the end of your answer, you started to talk about the future, and that is off topic. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Yeah, so make sure that you keep your answer to the question. There were a few small little grammar things, like there were so many different, should be there were so many differences. And the last thing I want to say is I want you to try to come up with a topic sentence. I know that this isn't very natural, but I think it will help you focus your answer. So this is what I recommend. So you started in the past decades, there were some old techniques. There's some grammar problems here, but we're not going to focus on that. What I want you to see is I recommend that you start with this sentence. Things have changed a lot in the way we eat in the past few decades. And in the way we eat is what we need to focus on. You were kind of focusing on the way that we cook, but what the question was wanting your answer to be about is the way that we eat. So we eat more fatty foods. We eat more fast food. We eat less healthy food. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. You did a great job, Arman. I'm going to put you back into the pit with everybody else. Yeah, good job. Okay. By the way, Arman, do you have any questions before you go?
No, sir.
Okay.
To another group.
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt.
Yes,
I'm going to
sir.
steal one of you, probably Raghav. But I do
Yes,
want to say that there's so many of you guys now, which is great, that you guys could probably break into smaller groups since there's so
Yes,
many
sir.
of you. So probably one group of 3 and one group of 2. I'll let you organize that yourself.
Okay.
Okay. And sorry, who have I?
Okay.
Let me double check who I've talked to. I talked to Armin. I talked to ABCI. So yep, Raghav is next. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Got it. Have fun, guys. Good luck. Hi, Raghav.
Yes, sir. Hello, sir.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Okay. Let me give you some tough ones.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Some formatting that I need to do. Okay. So, okay. First question.
Yes, sir.
Why do you think some people choose to be vegetarians?
Interesting question. This is definitely an interesting question, sir. As for now, due to pandemic, what answer is coming in my mind is that due to pandemic situation, due to spread of this contagious virus, due to these animal sources are communicable, and they are these animal source of protein or meat. They are having kind of they can easily spread. Like for instance, what happened in Wuhan, it was the bats were the what we can say carriers. So most of the people in my country for now and for the past centuries they are vegetarian. So it is scientifically also proved that vegetarian diet is more healthy than animal source, as there is a being from as I'm from medical background, so vegetarian food is more containing more energy. So this is one of the few reasons which are coming in my mind.
Okay. Here's my advice for you.
Yes.
So the content of your answers was fine, but the connections between your answers made it a little bit difficult to follow your process. I'm not saying that it wasn't
Yes,
logical, but
yes, sir. I want to answer every part because that is the problem.
No, it's fine. It's
And
fine.
two or three ideas, two or three ideas are coming in my mind because vegetarian diet, 4 or 5 I can speak. So that is the problem. In 30 seconds, how to speak it.
So exactly, you kind of nailed it. What my advice to you is the first thing that you should probably say is more like a topic sentence.
Okay.
Just as an example, I would start with this. There are 2 main reasons why people choose to become vegetarians.
Okay, sir.
And then that will help you focus your answers. And then going back to your first reason, you were starting with the reasons. And so what I recommend is that you would say something like this. One main reason a lot of people are choosing to be vegetarian is to stop the spread of COVID. If you started with this, the direct connection would be made, and then everything else you said afterwards would have a clear connection. Because you started with the explanation first, it did make it hard to follow. But like I said, the logic was fine. It was just the order that you were saying it. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, good answers. You can see my notes for the topic sentences that I would have said to organize your ideas. Okay, here's the next one.
Am I, sir, a little bit slow when I answer the question? Answering right now.
No, your speed was perfectly fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
And in fact, if you need some time to think, it's perfectly okay to say,
Yes.
you know what, I haven't thought of that before. Give me a moment to think about it, to like collect your thoughts.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yes.
So here's the next question. Yeah.
Yes.
How have eating habits changed in the past few decades?
Sir, interesting question. Eating habits has changed in my country and overall a lot. It has shifted from home cooked food in my country to processed food, processed food and fast food. As due to hustle and bustle of the daily life, both females and males both are busy in their work schedule. So it has shifted towards processed food and fast food.
Okay. Do you
yes.
believe that this change of habit has been forced on people?
No, sir, this has not been forced. People are more comfortable with this kind of habits, as they can use this time for other recreational purpose, and due to advent of technology, they can use these for other recreational purposes. So they like to cook these and have these fast foods.
Okay. Do you think that this trend will continue in the future?
Yes, sir. This will spread a lot because there is a globalization in every field nowadays, and people are usually not only we need not to go too far for other dishes to try. So this trend will be never change, and people will follow this trend in the
Okay.
future.
Thank you very much. That is the end of the test.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You were very on point. Good, strong answers. Yeah. I don't have much to comment on.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any questions before I send you back into the pit?
No, sir. Yes, sir. No.
Okay. All right. Hello, Vantran.
Oh, hi.
I have stolen you again.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me help you out. How healthy is your country's food?
Well, that is a really interesting question. I think I have never thought about it before. Well, actually, I have to ascertain that my country has plenty types of food, which is kind of some foods kind of harmful, but some kind of really good and delicious. And I think mostly my country's food are really good for health and can have people go on a diet or dieting. Okay. For example, my country is famous for rice, and that is a like a stable like food crop in my country, and that is completely delicious and healthy. Well, people eat it for every day, so that I think, yeah, most of my country's food are healthy. Okay.
Okay. Two things.
Yeah, I haven't used any.
First thing, you did a good job by starting with a signaling word that said you needed some time to think. You said that's an interesting question. My question to you, Vantran, was it really an interesting question?
Huh?
Was it actually interesting?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. If you actually thought it was interesting, that's fine. But another question or sentence you can use to buy yourself some time is, I've never thought of that before. Give me a second. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
When you say that's really interesting, it's fine, but a lot of the times it's a little bit silly because the question is not actually that interesting. Okay. Second thing, it can have people go on a diet. Can have people go on a diet is very strange. The high level thing that you should say is people can easily lose weight by eating our food. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And the last thing that you need to be careful of is repetition. You repeated the same idea many, many times, and this will hurt your fluency.
Yeah.
Okay. Generally, you only need to say something once, maybe twice if it's the main idea. Okay. Are you ready for the next question?
Maybe.
Okay. Good luck.
Yeah.
How do you think the way we eat will change in the future?
Well, actually, that is a truly interesting question. Yeah, just give me a second to think about it. Well, in my opinion, our eating habits will change significantly in the near future. Because like I think in the future, we will be full fast food and processed food, which are really prevalent nowadays. And and of course, we can eat more portions per day than in the past because like yeah. My main point is like in the future it will there will be a significant reduce in the numbers of food, so that we will just like to eat fast food, as I mentioned before, because they are uh, easily made, uh, can be easily made, and okay. Uh, that is a
Okay.
tough one.
Yeah, it was tough. Also, you said your main point at the end.
Huh?
Remember, in English, it's always better to start with your main point.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
I just remember it in the middle.
Oh no. Okay. Also, I gave you. I wanted to highlight some good things that you did. Um, so, which is really prevalent nowadays. Great vocab and grammar right there. When you said that sentence, when you go back and listen to yourself, you can find that. That was really good. There will be significantly less food available in the future. Are you talking about like starvation and famine?
Yeah,
Okay.
something like that.
So yeah, what I recommend is you change your answer. You change the order of your answer. So the first thing you should do, how will it change in the future? I think that there will be significantly less food available in the future. And then your details should all be connected to that. You started by talking about present day, which, I mean, you can do if you link it back to the future, which you did do a little bit. Your answer wasn't terrible, but I would work on organizing your thoughts a little bit more.
Yeah, cause like this idea just appeared in the middle of my answer, and yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you for your recommendation, Michael.
Yeah, no problem. Yes. Thanks for the advice. Yep, no problem. Happy to help. Do you have any questions before I throw you back into the pit?
Uh, a question that I want to ask you is like, do you have do I have to give a specific example in part 3, or I just give a general example?
It's you can get probably the score that you need by not giving a specific example. But that being said, if you do have an example, it will always strengthen your argument. I'm not sure if you've studied much for writing task 2, but basically
Yeah.
in writing task 2, you need to have a strong argument. It's similar in speaking part 3. If you can have a strong argument by using a relevant example, yeah, go ahead. You don't need it, but it will make it stronger.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
can I give a example from my own experience, or just give a general example from everyone?
It's perfectly fine to use an example from your own experience, but this is very important. You can't answer a question with a personal experience example. What I mean by that is make sure that you answer it directly in the abstract. Make sure you answer the question directly, and then you give your example afterwards to show that what you said is true.
Okay, I
Yes.
understand. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to throw you back into the pit now, okay?
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Oh, and can you remind everyone that it's perfectly fine to break into smaller groups since there's so many people now?
Okay.
Okay. All right. Have fun. Hello, Mari.
Hello. Yeah, hello, Michael. Yeah, hello.
Hi. Just 1 second. I'm helping out Marish.
Yeah.
After Will and Mari. Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Good luck. Let me just ask you this question.
Yeah, okay.
We'll start with an easy one. Don't worry. Okay.
Yeah.
What is the most important meal of the day in your country?
Yeah, yes, in my opinion, in my country, the breakfast is the most crucial meal in a day because people here need more energy to act every day. So they must have a meal in the morning.
Okay. Good answer. A few little pronunciation things. Be careful with your B's and your P's. When you go back and listen, you'll hear that you said people, but it should be people.
Yes.
And then you also had a little bit of trouble with pronouncing energy.
Yeah.
Energy. Okay. But you did a pretty good job. The most crucial meal of the day. Crucial was an excellent high-level word to use. Yeah, here's your next question.
Yes.
So it's going to be a follow-up question, so the same topic. Okay?
Yes.
So you said breakfast is the most important meal of the day. How many people in your country actually eat breakfast?
I think the adults and elder people usually have breakfast in every single day, but I see that teenagers and children don't actually have it. I think because I don't want to eat in the morning, and they want to spend a little money that their parents give them to buy breakfast instead to buy fast food. I think it's unhealthy habits.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So, okay, good answer. Just a few little things. Another pronunciation problem is usually. Usually.
Yeah.
and
Usually.
Yes, usually. And I'm just writing these down so you can practice them later. So people, energy, and usually. This is a live stream. You can always go back. But your answer was quite good. The one grammar vocab problem you had was they went to spend a little money. You should probably say they don't want to use their money to buy breakfast. They use it instead to get fast food. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
But like I said, this is a minor thing. Most of your answer was great.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to give you a harder one now. Are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Is cooking a necessary skill for survival in the world today?
Well, to be honest, I think it's not really a fundamental skill for people to survive, because there are a lot of restaurants or interest a place to eat out. So if people are too busy, they can go there to eat instead of having good skill at cooking.
Okay. Say instead of having to cook themselves. Okay, just for your last sentence, I've written down what you should say instead of having to cook for themselves. Okay. Yeah, good answer again. Okay. Again, your biggest well, it's not your biggest problem, but one problem that you do have in all your answers is there are certain sounds that you have trouble pronouncing. So I have written these down for you to check out on your own afterwards. Just for you to practice by yourself. People, energy, usually, restaurant, and picky.
Oh, yeah. I will improve it.
Yes.
And what?
All right. But yeah, happy with your answers. Good job.
Yes, thank you for letting time for me.
Okay, yeah. Do you have any question for me before you go?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
How do people have a healthy food in your country?
You want me to answer?
Yes,
Okay, so you said, how do people eat healthy food in my country?
yes, absolutely right.
Okay. People usually eat healthy food in my country by going to restaurants that serve healthy food. There are a lot of Americans who cook their own food, but we don't really cook healthy food. We cook food that is convenient to make. So when someone wants to be healthy, they usually have a program where they have healthy food sent to their house, or they go to healthy food restaurants.
Yes,
Okay.
I think it's a good answer.
Okay. Well, you can go back and listen again and steal sentences, steal vocab. That's
Yes,
all for you.
actually,
Okay.
yeah,
I'm going to put you into the other room now, okay?
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Let me see.
Yes.
Hello, Will. Will, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Will. I'm going to ask you some questions. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly fine.
Yeah, great.
Okay. So, let me give you some tough ones.
Wow. Okay.
How can we make people eat healthier food?
In my opinion, I think there are several things that we can do to make people eat healthier food. One of them is by increasing the people awareness of healthy diet, and the second one's also by providing them with available resources and also affordable food, for example. And I think with the increasing of the knowledge that healthy diet is important, I think many people will automatically choose like I'll prefer homemade meal rather than buy fast food. And I think
How likely
Yes.
is it that these programs will be implemented?
I think this can be implemented easily if the government have the initiative to promote this kind of action. I mean, they can do it by advertising the healthy food on television show or even on the radio and any social platforms. And so I think if people see this advertisement on daily basis, I think they can implement it easily.
Okay. A few small things, and these are pretty minor. Well, the first one's minor. The second one's a little bit bigger.
Okay.
When you go back, you can listen to your own answer again because it's a live stream.
Okay.
Yay! So, what I want to point out is increasing people's awareness of the importance of a healthy diet. It's not awareness of a healthy diet, it's the awareness of the importance of a healthy diet.
Okay.
Yes. The second thing is my follow-up question said, how likely is it for these programs to be implemented? You didn't quite answer this question. The question was asking, will the government make these programs happen? Your answers were about how easy it is for the government to do it, but you didn't actually answer if the government was going to do it or not.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
And then finally, on a daily basis, just a small little that you forgot. But yeah, your answers were quite good when you answered the right questions. Okay, are you ready for the next question?
Okay. Yes, I am. Let's do
Okay.
it.
Let's do... At what age do most people learn to cook?
I think this will vary greatly from person to person, and I think started from 7 or above, people can learn how to cook. I mean, not the proper cook, not the proper way how to cook. For example, like just helping parents preparing for the meals, and also involving in small things like chopping the vegetables, for example. And some people, they start to learn to cook at older age, I think. And so for this question, I think the answer would be very different from person to person.
Okay. Does it also vary culture to culture?
I think yes, because in some culture, the skills, the ability how to cook is taught to the children at quite early age, especially for girls, for example, because they people imagine them as a housewife and they have to know how to cook. When for some reason, I think people teach their children, especially their daughter, to cook at a very early age.
Okay. Has this been changing recently?
In my opinion, yes, I think it has changed a little bit due to the advancements of technology, I think, as many parents don't usually prepare meals at home, but they order it from online shopping, and also due to the existence of fast foods and so many restaurants, I think many families used to go out and eat at the restaurants rather than preparing meals at home. So yes, it has changed.
So at what age are young people learning now, since they're not helping their parents cook anymore?
Maybe around 17 when they start their university or college and they live separate from their parents. And because at this stage, I think they're required to be independent, and sometimes because of the financial situations, they also need to manage their money, and for that reason, some people start learning how to cook at this age.
Okay. You had one consistent grammar problem that you were making, where you were
Okay.
dropping the be verb. And this is weird for me to say because I always tell people don't use the be verb too much, because you will make mistakes. But when you go back and you listen to your answers again, there were two situations when you were talking about what parents have started to do where they're going out to eat more. And then also when you were talking about 17-year-olds becoming independent.
Yes.
17-year-olds are required to be independent instead of they require. And then they are starting to become used to going out to eat. So there were three specific little grammar mistakes you made. But yeah, the content of your answer was quite good.
Okay.
It was a good conversation.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Do you have any questions for me before I throw you back out?
Not at all. Thank you very much.
Okay, great job. Let me
Okay,
throw
have a
you
great
into the group. Hello. Can you hear me? Marish, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome, hello. Are you ready for some questions?
Sure.
Okay. You don't sound very enthusiastic.
No, I am. Actually, this is for the first time that I'm joining the class, so I was actually a bit confused. Probably that's why.
That's perfectly fine. Welcome, happy to see you. I'm going to ask you some questions and do your best to answer them, okay?
Okay.
And of course, I will write down any notes or mistakes or things that I like for your benefit afterwards. Let's start with some middle of the road ones. So, which foods from your country do most foreign people enjoy eating?
Well, when foreigners visit my country, there are certain dishes that are actually very popular throughout the world. Especially since I live in Pakistan in the city of Karachi. So biryani is something that is very popular, and whenever people from other countries visit our place, they actually like to have biryani. And apart from biryani, there are other dishes such as kadhai, chicken kadhai, mutton kadhai. These are also very popular, and many people like these foods.
Okay, and have these dishes been exported the world over?
Yes, I actually exported in a way that when people from my country set up their business.
Sorry, you did cut out. Just to let you know, your mic is...
Our country's cuisine there.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, I can.
Okay, go ahead, try again. Your answer was fine, it's just your mic cut out. Your mic cut out again. You may want to change your settings to push to talk. That may help you out.
It's connected right now. I don't...
Okay, I can hear you perfectly fine. And I'm not sure if you're talking now, but I now can't hear you.
No.
I can hear you. Okay. Your answer was fine. Your grammar and vocab were both great for both the original question and the follow-up question. I'm going to ask you another question now. Are you ready? Hi, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Here's the next question. Is cooking a necessary skill for survival in today's world?
I don't think so that it's a skill necessary for survival. The world we are living in, with so many options to dine out, order food at home, and you can also have healthy food. Every type of food you can order with so many discounts and promotions and deals, that people do not find it unaffordable to just sit and eat and do not get into the cooking thing, because they find it more convenient because of the busy work schedules that they have. So people can go on without actually cooking, but just in the long run it is something not healthy, so that will affect their health in a negative sense.
Okay. So do you think that it will become an essential skill in the future? Or do you think it will forever be relegated to antiquated skill and hobby?
This is an interesting question actually. I think it varies from place to place. There are places where people get indulgent cooking and try out variety of dishes and try to innovate also, because they have appreciations, they have competitions in their countries to promote people to cook for themselves. Then there's my country. Unfortunately, in my country, cooking is something it is sort of designated for women. It's understood that women have to cook for the family, so women are not very much enthusiastic about cooking. They just find it as a secondary skill to do it on a daily basis, and they do not try to innovate this dish. So in my country, it's just an skill that is not very much appreciated. That's the thing.
So going back and looking at what you answered, vocab, fantastic. Grammar, fantastic. You were doing a great job until my last follow-up question, which you didn't actually answer. The things that you were saying were fascinating, but they weren't actually on topic with the question. Let me just write out the question for your own benefit for later. Do you think that in the future this will change? And what I mean by that is cooking will again become an essential skill, or will it be forever relegated to being a hobby? Okay, so what this, and I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I was asking you more and more difficult questions, and that's because your level is clearly quite high already. The question was actually asking, so you had said cooking is not an essential skill anymore. And then my question was, do you think in the future it will become an essential skill again? Or do you think it will forever no longer be essential? Do you see that?
Okay, yes, I got that.
Yes. Okay. So one thing that I want to tell you is that it's perfectly fine to ask the examiner a question if you didn't hear them or if you didn't understand what they were saying. And at your level, this may happen because your level was so high. They're going to keep pushing you. They're going to see how high of a question you can understand and answer well. So if there is a point where you just didn't really catch what they were trying to say, I recommend that you say, can you rephrase the question if you didn't understand it? Or can you repeat the question if you didn't hear it clearly because they mumbled or they said it too quickly or something like that? Okay. But like I said, this is a very minor thing.
Yes.
All of your answers were fantastic.
Okay.
So yay! And
Thank
like I said,
you,
the
thank
things
you
you were saying at the end were
very
quite
much.
interesting, were quite fascinating. Yeah, do you have any questions for me before we go on to the next stage?
Do you think there's anything to improve apart from this? If I do not understand the question, I should actually ask again. Anything to improve in fluency, in linking and connections and grammar, etc.
So, you linked your ideas quite well throughout the entire thing. If there's one thing that you could mildly improve, it would be to make sure that you're directly answering the question first, because that's how we do it as native English speakers. We're very direct. But even that, it's very minor, because even when you
Okay.
didn't do that, you still connected your ideas back to the question and the main points that you were making. Yeah, it's...
Okay.
Pronunciation was fine. Like I said, I was very impressed by your vocab and grammar. I was actively looking for problems that you were making. And I wrote down one that I thought was a problem, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, no, actually, that's okay. So, congratulations. Next time we do this, I will listen very carefully to try to find something and catch you out. There was one thing, and that was export.
Okay.
The way that I was using it was a very high-level manner. When I said export, were there any dishes that are exported the world over? What this means is that they are now eaten elsewhere. Like for example, Hainan chicken in America would be an export. It's a cultural export. But this was also the answer where you were cut off because of your microphone. So what the things that I did here, you were going back and connecting it correctly. But when you copied the word export directly in your first answer, it didn't quite sound like you had grasped the meaning that I was using, with it being a cultural export instead of an actual export. But yeah, again, this was a minor thing, and part of it might have just been the connection problem. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I hope to see you next Saturday. And again, I will push you even more next time. Sound good? Okay. Let's move everyone into one room really fast.
Because, in part 3, we are required to give a longer answer than part 1.
That's usually
Right.
awesome.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Hi, welcome. I've put everyone into one room for some good news and some bad news. The bad news is we've been doing this for 2 hours, which means that we need to bring it to an end. But you guys have done a great job today. I did say that we were going to do part 2 last. And instead of doing it in class, as I was planning, I'm going to give you guys some homework. So if you guys can see my screen in the live stream right now, I'm actually going to leave Discord so that you guys can just follow along with the live stream. I will see you guys in the live stream chat. Okay, 1 second. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so hello everyone who's still listening, and all my wonderful students who came today. We had some really good answers. I was really happy with those. What I want to do now is, for you guys who are still sticking around, is I'm going to give you guys some homework. So I already told you many times about how you can improve your vocab and grammar, and this time I really want you to do it. So again, this is page 2 of the document. We have step 1, record yourself answering questions. I recommend you use your cell phone for this. Second is you listen to your recording and write down your mistakes and fix those mistakes. Third is to repeat the same questions, answer them, but this time focus on making sure that you aren't making the mistakes that you found in the second part. And then 4 is to write down everything from that second recording. this is going to be your homework. We have a question right here for part 2. We have 2 of them. Describe the best meal you've ever had, and describe a meal you have cooked recently. I want you to choose one of these. I want you to do the 4 steps right here. And then in the comments of this video, so that would be, you can't see it now because it's a live stream, but this, also don't forget to like the video if you found it useful. I want you guys to, in the comments of this live stream, leave your part 4. And then what's going to happen is me and Phil are going to look at your part 4 where you wrote down everything that you said, and we will give you some corrections and some things that you can point out some grammar mistakes you might not have known, and also point out some higher level vocab that you could say in future answers. All right, guys. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for coming here. Again, don't forget to like if you liked it. Whoa, 11 likes, so many. Thanks. And remember, you guys will be able to see me on not on Monday. Sorry. You guys will see me on Tuesday for vocabulary. Before we leave, if you guys could let me know in the Discord chat, are there any part 3 questions that you guys wanted me to answer, just for your reference? Again, let me know in this. Yes, Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Taipei time will be a vocab class. Yeah. And then also, right now, are there any of these part 3 questions that you want a high-level answer for? Just let me know, and I will answer 2 or 3 of them for you. I also highly recommend that you do the homework. So I will wait 1 or 2 minutes to see if there's any part 3 questions you want me to answer, because there is a delay. Okay, for Raghav, I can do the at what age. Okay, so at what age do most people learn to cook? Well, I'm an American, and so most people don't learn to cook in America until they're a teenager. So this would be 14, 15, 16. If their family cooks, that's usually when they're asked to start cooking meals. But this is actually quite rare. More and more Americans are, buying ready-made meals at the grocery store, and then you just throw those in the microwave or you throw them in the oven for a couple minutes and they're ready to go. So I don't actually think most Americans know how to cook anymore. It's not a skill people use. But if they do learn it, they're going to learn it when they're a teenager. There are more and more people, I think, who are learning to cook when they're in college now, just because when they're in college, they have to do things more by themselves. So either teenagers or college age. I think that's when most people learn, if they learn at all. Okay. So that was the answer for Raghav. And Raghav also says, please do number 1. What is the most important meal of the day in your country? Thank you so much for recommending this one, Raghav. I heard a lot of people not quite answer this one perfectly. So, what is the most important meal of the day in your country? In America, I think dinner is the most important meal of the day. And I think that dinner is the most important meal of the day because that's the meal that families usually eat together. There's actually a lot of people who just skip breakfast. They don't have time. Lunch is usually something when you're working that you eat by yourself at your desk. It's important, but it's not the most important. Dinner is when you sit down with your family and you chat and you talk about the day, and it's an important time to connect with the people in your family. So for this reason, I think dinner is clearly the most important. Okay. Rupinder, hello, you've come right at the end. I'm so sorry. Are there any other of these that you would like me to answer? And again, everyone who talked today, you guys have been great. I'm so happy to have seen you. Welcome new people like Will and Marish. Thanks for joining. Happy to see you. And all the old people, of course, you guys have been fantastic. Yeah, thanks for coming, guys. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks so much for coming. Again, feel free to chat on Discord. Discord is open the whole time. Just use this time to make plans. Remember the rules of Discord. Here we go. Make sure you follow them. And yeah, here are the tips for making speaking partners. Remember, you guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work, and I will see you in the future. Bye, guys.